Hello everybody. It's Melissa Faust from stampwithmelissa.com. Welcome to today's Craft and Chat episode. We are going to make something for Thanksgiving. Now I know it's this week, so this might be a little like, it's not really late, but maybe a little. But hopefully if you like this idea, you have time to create them before Thanksgiving. But we are going to make these cute little punch art turkey treat boxes. You can see it's got an open box here. We're going to make those and I'm making them for tablescapes for our Thanksgiving dinner. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so here's what it looks like. How cute is that? I kept it super simple. Honestly, the turkey's a little derpy looking, but it's okay. And so we're going to make one of these. So let me show you real quick. I did pre-cut all of the things. We are going to score the box together, and I'll give you all the measurements as well. But I did want to show you the punches that I used and what I used them for. By the way, if you are interested in any of these, I will link them below so you can shop those. But we've got the Bee Builder punch here. I'm going to hold them upside down because it's shiny on the other side. I don't want to blind you. But for all the feathers, I used the actual bee punch. And then for the nose, I used the small heart. Okay, we've got, I think this is called the Petal Park Punch Builder or Builder Punch, something like that. But I use this leaf here to do the little, I don't know what that's called, the gobbler, I don't know. And then I've got the 2 3/8 inch circle punch here that we punched the main part of our turkey. And I finished off, this is a 3/8 inch punch. Stampin' Up! Does not sell these, but I did get this one on Amazon. And that worked out great for the eyeballs. And then for the black part of the eyeballs, I just went ahead and colored those in with a marker. So, all right, first of all, here was my process. I knew for this beautiful DSP here, which I'm going to show you in a minute, for that DSP, I wanted a 3x4 piece to fit across the whole front. I thought that sizing wise, that would work well. And also it works really great with a 12x12 pack of DSP because you can get, 12 out of them if you do 3x4. So I started here with this design. Didn't work because I thought, you know what, I want to be efficient with my paper. I want to be able to get 2 out of a full sheet of paper. Well, the smallest I could get this one was 7x6. Doesn't work for me. So then I tried again here. And I did it the long way, and I actually did get this to work, but I had a wrong score line because my brain was thinking wrong, and so look what happened. This is what happened, which you could maybe make something cool, out of this. But yeah, so just goes to show that even for somebody who's been stamping for like 10 years, it's very easy still to get things wrong. But anyway, I finally got it. And so we are going to make one of these tonight, okay? Or today. I'm filming this at night, which is why I said night. But it's going to post in the morning. So anyway, all right. So for our cardstock here, let me pull in real quick. So I just wanted to show you this really fast. So this is the Sweet Days of Autumn 12x12 Designer Series paper. It actually came out with the intent of our scrapbooking line. So there's 4 different patterns in here. Each of them are double-sided. So really you get 8 patterns, but then you get 3 sheets of each. Super duper stinking cute. I used this piece right here. I thought it was just so cute, that grid, and subtle for our background. So we've got that. And as I mentioned, I've got everything done here. So we've got our Real Red, come here, gobbler, because I'm never going to know what that's called. Our Real Red piece here, that's with that leaf punch. We've got our little crumb cake nose. We've got all of our little, well, here's our eyeballs. So we've got 2 basic white eyeballs, and then we've got all of our feathers. So we've got Pumpkin Pie, Real Red, Old Olive, Blackberry Bliss, Daffodil Delight, Cajun Craze, and Mossy Meadow. We've also got our Early Espresso Turkey. I'm going to set that over there. We've got our 3x4 piece of that beautiful DSP we were just talking about, and then we've got our pecan pie. Now, I will link a blog post in the description of this video with all of the measurements, all of the cardstock colors I used, so you don't have to memorize them or go, oh my gosh, I have to rewind the video. Just go down to the script. I can't talk. That was a turkey noise. Go down to the description box below this video and click on the blog post link. Okay, so on our short side here, this is 4 inches. Our long side is 10.5 inches. So on our 4-inch side, our short side, we are going to score this at 1. I like to use the right side of my trimmer to score when it's a smaller piece, because then I have all of this to help keep my paper straight. Versus if I scored here, it's very easy to accidentally turn your paper and then it just goes not well. All right, so then on our long side, same thing, I'm going to use this right hand side for just a couple of score lines, and don't forget light gray, not dark gray, otherwise you're going to cut. So we're going to go 1/2 inch, Then we're lining that up over here with 1.5. Then I have to flip it around. We're going to go to 5.5. Let me move my box here. 5.5 and then 6.5. So this is where I made my mistake first. I forgot that I needed an inch in there. All right, so once we've got this all scored, which you can see there, we are going to take our bone folder and burnish all of the score lines. And that will help it stand out a little bit better on camera as well. So we can just fold and burnish all of these. And then we're going to cut our box, assemble our box, and adhere everything together. So there's that. Let's go ahead. I like to just use my snips here. And we are just going to trim away. So I've got that 1-inch strip here on the bottom. This is the only side that we scored on our short side. I've got that on the bottom here. And we're just going to cut little notches here. I just find that makes it a little bit easier to assemble. And going to this score line, this score line. You could cut straight up as well. I just like to miter the edges a little bit because then it folds together a little bit better. And then this last little, the tiny section here, we are going to cut that off. Okay, and then one more just right here. So let me pull all these pieces because sometimes I don't cut super great. So just, you know, pull those pieces out and that is what you are left with. So let's toss these. I like to clean as I go when I craft. So, okay, so then I'm gonna use some tear and tape, and I always get so nervous that I'm gonna get adhesive on my glass mat. So this little 1/2-inch strip here that we just trimmed, that's where we're gonna add our tear and tape. And I like to just, like I said, put my silicone mat underneath just in case I run off the edge. Cleaning adhesive off of your glass mat, not an enjoyable activity, okay? Okay, don't ask me how I know. All right, then I'm just using my take your pick tool to peel back that backing. Any of that tear and tape that did go over the edge, you can just fold it back on itself there, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go, here's first score line, right? This is our 1/2-inch. I'm gonna go to this one, fold it back, and then we're gonna go to that first score line here and fold that back. And these will fold together to adhere, okay? All right, so we've got our seam back here, right? We can see that in there. And so I want that to be the back of my project. So this is actually, it's right here. I'm flipping it, so now it's kind of facing me. And I'm gonna fold in, fold this one down, plop this down, grab my seal. You could use tear and tape again, but I'm just gonna use my seal and press this down. Then you're gonna wanna take your bone folder and use that rounded edge. And I just use this to get in here and just, you know, you wanna make sure all your sticky stuff stays stuck. That could be our new motto, sticky stuff stays stuck. All right, now I've got that little seam right here. You can see that 1/2-inch strip. So this is the front of my box. You actually could flip it around and then that seam wouldn't show, but you would see right here that seam, which is why I choose to put it in the back. Okay, so I added some seal to that DSP, and this is going to cover the whole front of the box. So you can kind of line it up, you can set it down on your mat and just make sure. And then same thing, I just take my bone folder and just press down on the inside of the box to make sure everything stays stuck down, just like that. So this is going to be an open top. I don't have them right now, but I promise I will take pictures of these all done and decorated. But I'm going to do a cello bag here, and I'm going to fill it with treats. So I've got like Ghirardelli squares and Andes mints and hot chocolate and all that. And then I'm going to tie it with this pecan pie center stripe ribbon because it matches our base. And hello, that's so cute for fall. So that is, I'll link that as well. But there's that. So now we can start to assemble. So I'm going to take that early espresso circle. I'm using my silicone mat just because I get paranoid. And I'm just running my seal. I know circles don't have sides, but just pretend. So kind of on the sides there, okay? And all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna follow the turkey I originally did, but you could do these in any order. So I'm gonna take my Daffodil Delight, and we've got that stinger of our bee facing in, and my pumpkin pie. And I put them, like I kind of eyeballed where those would go, and then you can pick it up. There's no adhesive here, so you can pick it up and hold it, and just go ahead and arrange. So I've got Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going back and forth side to side. So this one's Real Red. Then we've got Cajun Craze. And we've got Old Olive. And on the top, it's our only purple one. So we're doing Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so you can kind of see those all have attached to the seal. All right, and then we're gonna add our cute little face. Now I'm a little wonky here. I can tell that I didn't do it quite straight, which if it bugs you, just take that, whichever side seems to be a little bit off, and just try to, you know, move that down. I didn't press any of these down very hard, so you still have a little bit of time to move them. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my glue dots because I love these things, and just stick our gobbler, our nose, and our eyeballs to our glue dots. So I have already made 8 of these. This is my 9th one. It's my last one. That's how many people we have for our Thanksgiving meal this year. You have to tell me how many people are you hosting and how many people are coming to your Thanksgiving, whether you're hosting or not. My parents are hosting, and we've got obviously myself and them, and then my sister and her husband, and then their kids, my niece and nephew, who I love, and they're so cute. And then my uncle and a cousin. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, but I thought these would be really cute to put out at the table to just kind of have a little treat for everybody. And then I've got this Stampin' Write marker. This is the black Stampin' Write marker. I just use this brush tip end, and I just really quick like freehand some eyeballs on. Cute, so cute. Okay, then we can flip this over. And we're going to add some dimensionals. Now, what I like to do is anytime I have cardstocks that are overlapping, just for extra security, like I said earlier, I'm paranoid, I like to put a dimensional, if I'm using dimensionals, right? I like to put a dimensional so it's hitting both cardstocks. So then when these are adhered to the box, I just have that extra security that everything is stuck and going to stay. So then I just added one more to that turkey body. And then we can peel off all the backings. You could add one in the middle here too if you wanted to, but I think I'm good with 7. All right, and then we'll pick this up and set that right on down our box. And then you can flip it over again and just go ahead and push your bone folder. And there you go, there's your box. So super stinking cute. I love it. And look at how fast those come together. You can assembly line. I think for the other, well, my prototype, my first one took me a little bit because I had to figure out measurements and all that. And then for prototyping all the other ones, I just went real fast. Here, let's do this. We're going to do 4 and 3 and 2. I don't know. 3 and 3 and 3. Math is hard sometimes, I guess. Anyway, but for the other 7 that I did, just assembly lining, I think it took me like a half hour to do all of these because I cut and scored all, well, okay, when you score this paper, because you can get 2 out, I cut the one side to 10.5, and then I did all of the long scores all at the same time. So it was like I was scoring both of those pieces at the same time. You do ultimately end up with a 1/2 inch strip of scrap that does end up with those score lines in, but this is something I wouldn't keep anyway, so I was okay with that. But yeah, just crank them out, and then you can have fun decorating them, putting some treats and candies inside, and just, you know, something cute for Thanksgiving. So, all right, thank you so much for watching today for today's Craft and Chat. I hope you'll have some time to make some of these before Thanksgiving, or you could Christmasify them and do them for your Christmas tables maybe, or New Year's or whatever. So they would be fun for the holidays. So all right, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please give me a big thumbs up. That helps me out on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye for now.